Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to discuss about volume, specific volume, and control volume. Volume, the amount of space that a substance or an object occupies or that is enclosed within a container. Keep in mind that the volume has nothing to do with weight or mass. Volume is a measurement of how much space is occupied by a substance. So example, ang space sa usa ka substance or shape na yang gi-occupy kay mao na ang volume. Next, specific volume is the ratio of the substance volume to its mass and defined as the number of cubic meters occupied by 1 kilogram. So kani si specific volume ni siya of a unit mass sa usa ka substance. So when we say unit mass, kay mao na ang amount sa matter nga naa sa usa ka substance nga na-measure. Example kay unit sa mass kay kilogram, and other example like tons and pound. So mao ni siya ang formula sa specific volume. Specific volume equals volume divided by mass. So we have kaning small letter v, mo ni siya ang specific volume, and then where v is kaning capital letter V, mo ni siya ang volume, and then M is mass. So next, control volume is a volume in space of a special interest for particular analysis. The surface of a control volume is referred to as control surface. The control surface is defined with relative to coordinate system that may be fixed, moving, or rotating. So this is how to calculate for specific volume. So you need to know the volume and the mass. Specific volume equals volume divided by mass. So take note about this, guys. Volume is measured in cubic meters. So ang kaning sud sa parenthesis, mao ni ang unit for cubic meters. And mass is measured in kilograms. So specific volume is then calculated as volume divided by mass. So let's proceed to the example. So let's say your container is 10 gallons or 0.038 cubic meters. So si 10 gallons gi-convert only to cubic meters. And then you have 5 kilograms, which is mo ni ang ato ang mass. So since ang formula kay specific volume equals volume divided by mass, so ang gipangita din ni is specific volume man. So ang given is si volume og si mass. So i-divide na nimo si 0.038 cubic meters with 5 kilograms. So we come up with 0.076 cubic meter per kilogram. So that is our specific volume. Then next example, squeeze the container to 5 gallons. 0.019 cubic meters. So, i-convert na sa si 5 gallons to cubic meters. So, mo ni nakakam out ta ni 0.019. The next is, ang atuang mass is same Japon, 5 kilograms lang. So, gi-divide na to si volume and si kilograms. So, we come up with 0.0038 cubic meters per kilogram. Then, mausa na siya ang atong specific volume sa second example. Your specific volume decrease when you decrease the volume. If your container is made bigger, the specific volume is going to increase and your density is going to decrease. So next is controlled volume. Controlled volume acts like an open system where mass and energy flows in and out of it. So basically, controlled volume is used to study systems that has mass and energy flows. So there is a picture kay you can see energy in the system, energy out of the system, and mass in the system and mass out of the system. So next, muna siya ang example sa open system. So we have air compressor. So air compressor is an example of an open system. It is considered as an open system because it has energy and mass interaction. air compressor is our system, and it is a device that compresses the air from low pressure to high pressure. It means to compress air, it has to enter the system, which is our air compressor, so mass is coming in. So, kaning nasa picture guys, motor is a rotating device that will supply the mechanical work, so energy that is exerted by the motor is coming in the compressor and start working sa sulod sa system. And then, ang low pressure is coming in, which is kaning nay arrow nga nakasuwat mass in, which is muna na atong mass na mosulod into the system. So, mass into the system, after makompress si low pressure, mahimo na to siya high pressure. So, ang katong high pressure is mo-leave na to siya, so mao to ang mass out na to kaning nay arrow nga nakasuwat nga mass out. So, ang high pressure is mo-leave na siya out of the system. So, the air compressor may get heated, there will be heat flow. So, ang katong heat flow from high temperature to low temperature, ang katong heat mo come out na siya sa system. So, maning na arrow diri nga heat out. So, the air compressor is an example of a controlled volume. In short, it's cycle where energy from the motor comes in and then the low pressure comes in and then ma-convert siya into high pressure and then the mass comes out the system. And then when air is compressed and is heated, heat energy comes out from the system. So, mao nang air compressor is one example of a controlled volume. Then I hope you've learned something from my topic, guys. And that's the end of my discussion.